What is going on, guys? Victor here. I got a special guest. We got Tyler DeGraff, which you guys saw in the last video I just posted where we did a ton of amberjack stuff offshore. So this is a continuation of the video. Tyler put us on the red grouper today. Check out this cooler. We got some giant fire trucks in there. Just wanted to show you guys that, get you hyped up. We're gonna catch them, we're gonna clean them, and we're gonna cook them in this video. So if you guys want to see all that, stay tuned, and I'm gonna have all of Tyler's stuff, his charter company information linked in the description box below. If you guys didn't come here to watch me talk, let's go fishing. All right, guys, so we're switching it up. We're gonna go and look for some red snapper on the drift. I have a 5.0 Mustad Demon Circle hook, and the way they like to fish for the red snapper and grouper is with some cut thread fin, about 4 or 5 feet of 50-pound leader, and then you have your sliding egg weight sinker. You have a swivel, 4-ounce egg weight. We're gonna drop it down real slow so that bait doesn't spin on the way down.
Hey, you got him.
Yeah. On the vertical jig?
On a jig, huh?
On
a jig.
That was on a jig?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. The Mustad jigs are just tearing it up today.
They are, aren't they?
I'm gonna have to write them a letter.
Nice.
Little baby.
But it's a red snapper.
Cool. First red snapper up on the vertical jig. Tyler's on too.
I just love the way these fish look.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Beautiful fish. It's a shame we can't keep them, but you offer charters where you guys crush them during season, right?
June and July. If you want to go for red snapper, June and July.
So we just went into a little spot that Tyler had marked where they caught the 2 red snapper, but we're gonna go inshore and try our luck with red grouper because he's got some really good numbers for red grouper. We do not catch a ton of legal size red grouper on the East Coast, so I am super stoked about that. That's one thing that we talked about. He was asking me, like, what do you guys really want to catch? And I said, big fire truck red grouper. So that's the plan. We're gonna make, what, an hour run inshore?
Yeah, about 20 miles inshore.
It says 20-25 miles inshore, which is crazy to be running around that much, but that's the goal for you. Oh, look at this.
Look,
The jig! What was your on a bait?
Yeah, that was a plug thread fin.
But Craig threw the jig down just to see what's going on, and I think he probably has a red grouper on the vertical jig.
A little red.
double that.
Wow. These are the size of the ones that we catch where we fish on the reef.
If these are here, the big ones are here, so.
They are some cool looking fish, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Everyone has a different pattern.
Alright, see you later, buddy.
There he goes.
This jig right here has caught 2 AJs now, red snapper, red grouper, all back to back to back. This is the lucky jig. Little Mustad Moonriser. This is the 90 gram right here. Doesn't feel very big, but he's on there. This one was on the live pinfish, and me and Tyler were just talking. We're covering a lot of water. We're doing a lot of drifts because just like back home, whenever you see red grouper, they're very territorial. They don't move around a lot. They're kind of just sitting on one rock. And this isn't even a
little Almaco.
a little Almaco jack that ate the pinfish.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
that's a banded rudderfish, I'm pretty sure. It's either a banded rudderfish or a lesser AJ. He's got a good one. Let this guy go. Oh, nice mangrove. Look at that. That's a chunky mangrove.
Wow, there you go.
Hell yeah. Stud one.
He slammed it. That was on the double trouble.
Yeah.
Buffet.
I told Tyler 2 things I really want to catch. You've caught so far. Red grouper and big mangroves, which the Gulf is known for. Look at that. That's a stud.
It's a nice one.
That's like an average size fish for you guys, right?
No, that's good. 3 pounds, 4 pounds.
See, that's average for them, but for us, that's a good mangrove on the East Coast. What we're doing is, we're gonna be doing a lot of drifting. Tyler's got a ton of spots, just bouncing around from spot to spot. Like I was saying, red grouper don't move around a lot. When we see them in the Keys or when you see them diving, they're around one coral head, they'll sit there. So like I was asking them, what if you anchor? If you anchor, you're gonna catch the 3-4 grouper that are in the area, and once that's over, party's over. So by covering water and drifting around, you're able to get into the masses of fish, right?
Covering more ground. We're just hopping around spot to spot. It's one big area and there's little ledges and pieces of hard bottom, half a mile, quarter mile, a mile apart, and you're just hopping across them.
I got a good grouper on her, some type of bottom fish. Ate a live pinfish on bottom. We were about to switch spots too.
break you off.
I feel like he's already in something, to be honest. That's a good grouper. Good grouper.
Really nice red.
Tyler and Craig both reeled up, and I left my pinfish down there. Trucked it. Trucked it.
Who says that?
I don't know. Fishermen just have weird ways of describing things, don't they?
No, I say that.
There's a fire truck, so we trucked it.
Yeah, the West Coast people call them fire trucks. It's a red grouper. Now it's coming up like dead weight.
Yeah.
Big head shakes. Big, nasty, mean head shakes. Oh, and I'm taking my time.
Dig that big hole in their mouth.
We got a saying. Whenever Brooke and I are fishing with her dad always goes, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Unless you're AJ fishing.
Yeah, you can't enjoy it.
Hopefully like an 8-10 pounder. Are you pulling any drag out?
Oh, he pulled plenty.
Really?
Yeah. When he first hit it, it was just screaming out. There was no tap, tap, tap. It was just commitment from the beginning.
And that's the other good thing about drifting. The boat's pulling it out of the hole. You're not sitting on top of the anchor. That's a nice one.
Gotcha, nice.
Yeah, buddy! Hell yeah!
Nice.
Look at him.
That is a nice one.
It's a 10 pounder right there.
Thank
10,
you,
11
Tyler.
pounds.
What do you think? 8?
I think he's about 10 pounds.
10 pounds?
Yeah, they're pretty dense.
Heck yeah. They're just like, they're just brutes. You know what I mean? Like they got this big head and it's just shaking down there. Look at that.
Nice one.
Mustad circle hook right in the corner. Doing what it's supposed to. Making me happy. This last swim. Guys want to catch stud red grouper Tyler out of the Gulf Coast, Englewood. I'm going to have all of his stuff linked in the description box below. Always on Forever Charters, but dude, thank you for putting me on that fish.
We had a great day. We
Yeah.
got a little bit of a mixed bag of everything, huh?
It's not over, it's still early.
Yeah. Now we gotta get some more grouper, mangrove, something.
Let's do it. Now it's Brooke's turn. All right, Tyler's got a nice one
On the jig. He smacked
on the jig.
Whoa. Trying to pull drag.
It's probably the last thing we're doing. We're doing a last few minute drifts, trying to get a red grouper or a big mangrove snapper. Try to get some more food fish.
What?
Does it feel like a red?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Woo!
Gotta be a keeper.
Heck yeah, fighting like that.
There's a slow little jig on the bottom. Like,
Oh, yeah, man. Barely. Oh! Mustad jig!
look at that.
That's a nice one.
Right there.
Wow.
Nice fish.
All right, I know I've been sounding like a maniac and like I keep saying mustad jig, but he literally just caught one
These
of the
jigs
biggest
do
group-
work.
They
Look
do.
at that.
Heck yeah. I'm so happy. We got 3 keeper red grouper now. Brooke just caught that one. Tyler got one on the jig. We need 1 more. We can only keep 2 per person, and it's only the recreational limit because these guys, since they're on a charter, technically they can't keep any, right?
Exactly.
I can't complain. 4 keeper red grouper, going home with 4 good sized reds, not a bad deal. This is the thing that I keep telling you guys about, that mustad vertical jig that is crushing fish all day long. This is a bigger one that he caught it on, and we're fishing live bait right next to him, and he caught a bigger one on an artificial too.
Look at that.
Big boys. Brooke and I just got back from the West Coast, and check this out. Inside the angle cooler, we got our limit of red grouper, which is 2 per person per day over there, and we got some studs. Now, I'm gonna clean these guys up in a little bit, but I gotta give a huge shout out to Angle, which was one of our big sponsors, because Brooke and I left for the West Coast Tuesday morning. We filled up this 165 Monday night. It is Thursday afternoon right now. This cooler has been sitting in 90-degree heat in the back of Brooke's pickup truck, and look at how much ice is still left. So we were skeptic of roto-molded coolers for a very long time, but after switching to these guys, I'm telling you guys, it is the real deal. And Angle is hooking up my subscribers with a coupon code, so if you guys are interested in any Angle products, you guys can save 8% if you guys use my code LANDTREK, which will be up here. I'll have a link to their website in the description box below, or you guys can find it at anglecoolers.com. Now, I'm gonna fillet these red grouper up, and then it is time to cook them up. Start right there by the tail, and just real slowly, take your time, and we're just gonna outline this fish. So right at the edge of him. So we don't wanna miss any meat. Just outline, and we're gonna go all the way to the head. Oh, and that meat looks good. Okay, so what we're doing is we're working on separating our top half from the bone, separating the flesh. We're gonna go down around the pectoral fin, right here. Oh, you hear that? He was full of air. Now we want to separate this grouper fillet from the ribs. Now, grouper and snapper have big rib cages. This is where people struggle the most. And then when we get on the other side of the backbone, we want to angle the tip of our knife down, because bigger fish do have raised backbones. You can miss meat. There we go. There is our red grouper fillet. And then we have the other half of our grouper fillet, which looks like this. And to be honest, they are pretty mushy, but some great eating stuff. And this is what our red grouper looks filleted out. That's what it should look like. You guys see how you can almost see through those bones? On both sides. Now let's check his belly. This red grouper must have been hungry. I don't think there's anything in this grouper's belly except some purple looking alien intestines and stuff. All right guys, all we have left to do is skin this fish. 8-inch narrow fillet Dexter. This is what I like for skinning fish. My left hand is gonna be right by my knife as I go down this grouper. Pressing down firmly at a slight angle, separating flesh from skin. And you guys see that hand follows me the entire time. And there you go. There's a perfect skin job. You're gonna see when I flip this fillet over, there's nothing left on there, and tell me that does not look good. That is delicious. The only thing we have left is these pin bones, which run from the head to the tail. So I take my knife on both sides of the bloodline, which runs directly along the center. We're gonna go like this and like this. Make a little incision there, and then that's your grouper fillet ready to go. If you guys are interested in the knives I used today, you guys can save 20% if you guys use my code LANDSHARK, which will be on the screen here at the Dexter Outdoors website. They make a ton of knives. They're all made in the USA, and I've been loving them for the videos we've been making. The very first catch and cook I did in this house, I was enlightened and discovered these honey gold baby potatoes. These were literally the best potatoes I've ever had. So I went ahead and I got 2 packs for tonight's catch and cook. We're jumping right into it. I'm gonna put in 2 packs of our honey gold potatoes in here, and I'm gonna prepare them very similarly to how I did last time. This was half a stick of butter, almost all the way melted. We're gonna pour it over our potatoes. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil as well, so it's not just butter. And we're gonna oven roast these in case you guys are wondering. Now, to season it up, garlic powder. Not too much because we're gonna do fresh garlic as well, but I do like the garlic powder taste. Load that black pepper on there. You can't go wrong with black pepper. Salt, of course. Lots and lots of salt. And Hungarian paprika. And funny thing, Brooke and I were just talking about this. So, my family's from Slovakia, and we say paprika. We don't say paprika, which I thought is funny, even though they kind of sound the same, but they're still a little different, just a slight variation in the dialect. And then I'm going to add fresh garlic that I pressed earlier. I'm gonna sprinkle that on there. I think that's it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just give this a good mix. And I specifically wanted to mix it in this bowl first so every potato gets covered in all that good stuff. rather than on the flat baking sheet. You know what I'm saying? Potatoes are ready for the baking sheet, and then the oven. Uh-oh. Now let's pop these in the oven, which I have at 400 degrees. And I think last time I did these, since I leave them whole, it took around, probably took around 45 minutes to 50 minutes, depending on how crispy you want them. So those are in. Now, yesterday Brooke made the red grouper from our West Coast trip, and today I'm making the baked red grouper. So we're gonna prepare a sauce, because I'm gonna oven roast it, and I have some Thai sweet chili sauce, and I want a lot of juice, so I'm gonna add this whole bottle. And then we have some more sweet red chili sauce, because we ran out of that bottle. And this stuff is really good, and I think it's gonna glaze up nicely. Lime juice. I don't have fresh limes, so don't crucify me in the comment section. About that much lime juice, get acidity in there. And now we're gonna add a little sesame oil, not too much because this stuff is very strong, because we're also gonna coat our fish and our carrots in sesame oil. So about that much sesame oil. We have a little leftover garlic, so I added some garlic to there. There's nothing salty in there yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some soy sauce. Okay, now our sauce is done. We have some baby carrots that we're gonna be cooking the same time with our fish. And I'm gonna put them in here so I can season everything at the same time, as Brooke pointed out. Sesame oil, lightly drizzled over everything. And like I said, not too much, because it's a very fragrant oil. You can easily overpower your dish with that smell. Garlic powder, salt, pepper, and I'm gonna just drizzle this all over everything, and once it bakes, it's gonna get real sticky and gooey, and just, I think it's gonna be delicious. So try to make sure we get an even coat on everything. And I'm sure that our carrots will also release some juice in the process. This grouper was caught on the West Coast, and one thing that I have been telling you guys forever is I wanna travel a lot. So as you guys are watching this video, Brooke and I will be in the Northeastern Connecticut with our good buddy Carl from Dexter Outdoors, and we don't even have a return flight home. We're gonna be there from September 30th, at least 7 days. So if you guys are in the area and have any cool things you'd like to do, maybe run it by us, slide into the DMs. You guys can follow me at Landshark Outdoors on Instagram, or send me an email, which I will have linked in the description box below, because I wanna just travel and fish and show you guys all the different fisheries. We got some really cool stuff playing, like oyster farming, Maine lobster, bluefin tuna, stripers, tautog, and all sorts of stuff. So if you guys are from that neck of the woods, go ahead and slide in the DMs. Now we're gonna go ahead and pop this grouper, and look at how pretty that looks. We're gonna go ahead and pop it in the oven. Here are the potatoes, and I want to toss them around in some parsley, so I'm going to put them in here. Now we're going to go ahead and season our potatoes with some fresh parsley as well, and some fresh scallion. And my garlic did get a little bit burnt. I think last time I made these, I made them in a glass baking dish. I didn't use an actual flat pan, so that's probably why. So we'll give these a toss. Okay, there's the grouper, and you have all those juices just being released, and there's the carrots and everything. Now we got Brooke's fish on the stovetop. I forgot to tell you guys, Brooke's also doing a catch and cook. She did the Almaco Jack today with a honey soy glaze sauce.
So here's Victor's nice oven roasted grouper with some nice carrots. Get some of that good juice on there. My soy honey glazed fish with garlic. Victor's oven roasted potatoes. And lastly, some broccoli and mushrooms. Here you go, Mom. try it.
Sorry, Mom, I gotta film real quick.
Beautiful.
Like Fisher said, the camera always eats first, doesn't it? Okay, the camera's full. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys have made it this far, and if you have made it this far, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up because it helps us as creators with YouTube's algorithm and everything. And Brooke and I completely forgot to do a review on our food, but both dishes came out really good. Brooke's Almaco Jack, the honey glazed, ooh, it was good. It got the honey and the soy sauce, it caramelized, it reduced, and it got real thick. So it was a good touch to the dish. And big shout out to Tyler and Craig for taking us out. I really respect Tyler. He's 19 years old and running his own charter business, which is incredible. And those guys work really hard. We'll put you on fish. So like I said, all of their stuff will be linked in the description box below.
I wanted to say one thing.
Go ahead.
About your dinner. Something that's, I want to say not cool, but something that's really good that Victor does with his dishes is he tries to like think out of the box. Like, when do you ever have carrots with fish? Like, he's always trying something new, and it's not like, we always talk about how fish is not like chicken or not like beef. Like, there's not as much to do with fish as there is to do with chicken dishes. Like, if you think about it, gravies and like all that kind of stuff, you don't really do much for fish. And there are tons of different things to do with fish. I'm not saying there isn't, but it's really awesome that he always like thinks out of the box and tries new things and different recipes. So
thank you, babe.
good job.
I think you hit the nail on the head. It's really hard. Fish is, I think that's why these videos are so popular, and I think that's why Catching Clicks are so popular on YouTube, because people need inspiration. Fish is just one of those things that it's intimidating. It can be easily overcooked, it can be easily overdone, and it's just not the easiest thing.
And a lot of times people get stuck in their favorite recipes, and that's literally all they do. And I used to do that. We had, I don't know, 2, 3 maybe of our favorite recipes, and that was the only recipes that we did. And all these recipes that we're trying, we're just creating new things every time. You know, we're just trying to do different things and try new recipes, you know, to spice it up a little bit.
And that's how you learn in the kitchen.
Yep.
So, if Brooke's video is up, I will have it linked in the description box below. Also have her channel linked in the description box below. And like I told you guys earlier, we will both be in the Northeast in the Connecticut area from September 30th with no return flight home. So seriously, slide in those DMs on Instagram or email me if you guys want to link up or fish or do something. And I'm really looking forward to that for all my Northeast viewers. And that's all I got to say. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in that next video.